Study Section 11. Social Policy in Social Work Practice. Introduction. Social policy gives direction to social work practice. It gives every agency of social works its own identity. Every action taken in social work practice is a product of planning. In view of the foregoing, the study section discusses social policy in social work practice. Learning outcomes. After you have studied this study section, you should be able to explain social policy in relation to social work practice and state the importance of social policy to social workers. Social policy and in social work. Social policy can be defined as a set of principles and procedures that guide any course of action related to human relationships in society. In social work practice, we have social policies such as marriage policy, adoption policy, etc. These policies are guidelines and sometimes functions as acts which control social services and institutions. Social policy acts as a set of dynamic forces that work towards the development of the society. In other words, social policy deals with social mandates. Social mandate does not mean that it always gets the support of the grassroots. It is necessary to add that most of what we have now are not necessarily social mandates, but political mandate. That is, a government with political power may enforce a policy in spite of its lack of popularity. The society outside the government may not accept such policy that does not evolve from social mandates. Concept of social policy. The concept of social policy is representative of the governmental power to regulate economic, social, and cultural relationships in any given society. It represents the distribution and the redistribution of social resources, roles, and objectives of the society. Types of social policy. Social work practice is a complex and humane profession. In this wise, all types of social policy impact on social work practice. The types of social policy that may affect the practice of social work are the following. Residual model. There are policies that tend to take care of the socially disadvantaged, those who cannot take care of themselves, the very poor, destitute, the very old, etc. And also focus on charity, gift benefits, etc. meant for the socially disadvantaged. Industrial achievements. These are policies that take care of retired civil servants. Service achievements such as pension. This is based on merit and privilege for working for 30 years. Institutional redistributive model or universal model. This is a policy that makes government provide social services at affordable cost to the public. This may be in form of basic education, such as the Universal Basic Education (UBE), or health, such as immunization program. Determinants of social policy. There are three major determinants of social policy in social work practice. These are 1. Political, 2. Economic, and 3. Cultural background. Political developments. This process involves the choice of goals, needs, and problems. The problems so identified must be that which require government intervention, such as International Youth Development Program (IYDP). Since it has international involvement, the government must come in. Social policies cannot and are not static because they must respond to changes in human and social needs and be influenced by ideologies of political and other pressure groups in democratic societies. Economic determinants. There should be some knowledge of the economic resources available before any policy could be arrived at. Sometimes, rural-urban movements dictate the socio-economic welfare policy to be implemented. This may affect issues of housing, prostitution, child abandonment, and unemployment. Cultural background. Culture is the aggregate of beliefs, values, relationships, and social behaviors of the members of the society. There should be a conscious modification of cultural beliefs and pattern of behavior in social work. The social workers must be aware of what the public thinks of them in relation to the traditional beliefs. Social policy must take cognizance of the cultural beliefs on adoption, abortion, extended family system. Some cultural values influences policies on religion matters, such as holiday time, educational opportunities, family law, government aid to persons on holy pilgrimage, etc. Sources of social policy. The following are some of the sources of social policy. Laws. These are laws of the land. National Development Plan. This is a national development plan which embraces social welfare services. It may be a long-term plan. Court decisions. Court judgments are instrumentalities of social policies. Administrative decrees or rulings. This may also be social policies, such as those made by the ministry and corporations. Constitution. This is a solid source of social policy. The Constitution may, however, be vague or ambiguous on some issues of policies. Governmental decrees or rulings or acts. These are social policies that have gone through established, constitutionally recognized processes. Study section summary. In this study section, we discussed the issue of social policy in social work practice. In the process, we conceptualized social policy, talked about types of social policy, determinants of social policy, as well as sources of social policies. end of study section 11. Thanks for listening.